Hello again, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Smart Lawyers Love Dumb Nurses. My name is Dr. Brian Smith. Today we're going to talk about your goals. If your goals do not excite you, you need to think bigger. It has been said that the two most important days of your life are the day you were born and the day you find out why. Our continual mistake is that we do not concentrate on the present day, the actual hour of our life. We live in the past or the future. We are continually expecting the coming of some great moment when our life will suddenly unfold itself in its full significance. But we do not notice that life is flowing like water through our fingers. If you wait until you are completely ready to begin a new life, you will never start. Do not hide inside your dreams. You should understand yourself enough to know what unique gifts you bring to the nursing profession. There is something extremely specific about you that the world needs. If you are considering the nursing profession as a career, those thoughts are not random. Your thoughts and feelings are connected to your purpose. Nothing happens by chance. If you are considering changing your path, whatever it might be, follow your heart. Why else would the universe put it on your heart unless it was meant to be? I want to encourage you to write down your dreams. When you schedule your dreams, they are not dreams anymore. They become goals. Once you write down your goals, they become expectations. You hold yourself accountable. A routine becomes a schedule. A schedule becomes a plan. A plan then becomes a way of life. It is challenging to be motivated every day. That is why you must be disciplined every day. You cannot have $1 million dream with a $1.95 work ethic. People laugh at our goals for two reasons. They do not think we can do it, and number two, they don't have any. Your desire for success must be greater than your fear of failure. I have always felt I have to chase my dreams because they are not going to slow down for me. That positive feeling you have is all the motivation you need to get better. Set a goal that will make you jump out of bed every morning. One of my goals in life is not to be better than anyone else. It is to be better than I used to be. Every achievement starts with a decision. Your life-altering change starts with a conversation you must have with yourself before you start your journey. Number one, decide what you want. Number two, decide what you are willing to exchange for it. Number three, establish your priorities. And number four, go to work. If you wait for things to get better, you will run out of time. You must have the mindset that once you decide to go to school, for example, there is no turning back. Do not straddle the fence. The middle, to me, means wishy-washy. Remember that hesitation steals your dream. Do you want life to be what you envision? Do not sit on the couch and wait for it. Once you have made your decision, do not look back. You are not going that way anymore. Keep your vision forward. Remember, no day is ever wasted in the pursuit of achieving your goals. Do not get discouraged if you have occasional setbacks or obstacles. Your path is more difficult because your calling is higher, and often the ugliest roads traveled have led to the most beautiful destinations. It is never too late to be what you should be. I attained my master's degree when I was almost 60. I earned my doctorate when I was 63. I am living proof that you can do anything. If your mind can conceive it and your heart can believe it, you can achieve it. I want to tell you the secret to getting through nursing school. Are you ready? There is no secret. You must get up every day and go to work. You can be born with money, intelligence, and good looks, but work ethic is your greatest gift. If you have an ego problem, nursing school will fix that. As you start and continue your educational journey, there are specific things you need to give up to live a successful life. First, give up a short-term mindset. The pursuit of a life-changing degree takes time. You may have to follow a budget and make sacrifices. It's not about the income, it's about the outcome. Money can buy everything but happiness. Happiness is free. Secondly, give up thinking small. Follow your bliss. Follow the things that bring you happiness. If your goals do not excite you, you need to think bigger. We often are afraid of change, but if you always do what you always did, you always get what you always got. Be more committed to your plan than you are to your comfort zone. Get your priorities straight. Some people have more interest in relationship goals than they do in career goals, but of course that's none of my business. But this podcast is geared towards supporting your career goals. My goal in this podcast is to build you up and encourage you to make better decisions. The next thing I want to impress on you is to give up making excuses. You can always find excuses for why you fail. But the only paths that have no obstacles are the ones that go around in circles. You can have excuses or results, but you can't have both. Do all the work now so that your future self will thank you for it later. Even when you are on the right track, though, you must keep moving or you will get run over. I have never known anyone good at making excuses and good at anything else. Keep in mind that you do not have to be a perfect student to be an amazing nurse. I recently heard a comic say, "I got rid of all the people who have been a bad influence in my life. Now I'm bored." But all joking aside, you must give up the toxic people and toxic situations that bring you down. It is often better to let things be and let people go. Do not fight for closure. Do not ask for explanations. Do not chase answers. And do not expect people to understand where you are coming from. Be aware of what is happening inside you more than what is happening around you. Give up things that are hurting your spirit, even if it hurts you to let it go at first. Drama is a disease. Drama is unhealthy. You cannot be at your best when you are constantly facing toxic situations. If you are suffering from daily bouts of drama in your home and in your life, please get well soon. Personally, faith in God is central to my life. If you do not believe in God, you must still have faith in something, and it better be you. Faith means not being able to see the entire staircase, but taking the first step anyway. If you were able to believe in Santa Claus as a child, you can at least have a belief in yourself as an adult. There are no shortcuts. Remember, what is meant to be will always find a way. Let me say that again. What is meant to be will always find a way. I have never had it easy, and that is the way I want it. We are measured by our failures more than our successes because it is through our losses that our true character comes out. But I promise you, I will reach every goal I want in my life. Are you with me? Yes, it does take faith, Faith is to believe in something so strongly that it has no choice but to materialize. When you have faith, you do not have to be afraid of falling. Faith has wings. Every day, we need to cut out something non-productive in our life and replace it with something productive. It's called empowering ourselves. We need to work on the positives and eliminate the negatives that are taking away our time and our energy. Think positive, and let's see what miracles happen. I am not embarrassed to admit that I have failed and been rejected many more times than I have succeeded. But it's only embarrassing if I care what people think. I was told that for me to get a doctorate, it would be impossible. I had little money. I did not have a full-time job at the time. I only had my wife to support me. Attaining a doctorate was impossible, they said, until I did it. History is filled with successful people who failed time after time. One of my favorite people to research is Abraham Lincoln. Lincoln lost his job, he lost his sweetheart, and he lost his mind for a while as a young man. He was defeated in office 7 times. He also failed at business, he went bankrupt, and he contemplated suicide. Henry Ford did not give up after his plan for the Model A engine didn't work. He just worked through the alphabet and finally accomplished with his Model T automobile, which revolutionized the auto industry. I just read that Thomas Edison failed more than 1,000 times before successfully inventing his light bulb. Elvis Presley, maybe you've heard of him. He was ridiculed many times. He once cried all the way home from the Grand Ole Opry after another rejection. The Beatles. They were told that guitar groups were on the way out. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before finally getting her first Harry Potter book published. Jesus said that if you have faith, you can move mountains. Our mountains are any problem, test, issue, or crisis. Our mountains dare us, defy us, and define us. Whether we win or lose, succeed or fail, overcome or fall short, the mountains we climb define who we are. Life is not measured by the problems we encounter, but how we respond to those problems. Keep in mind that mountains get easier to remove if you don't make them bigger yourself. I believe my faith can move mountains. If you don't believe this as well, I'm going to need you to step aside because that mountain is going to get out of the way. Some say faith is believing what you cannot see, but if you have a vision for your future, you will see it. Faith does not make the situation easier. Faith makes it possible. Faith can make you look foolish until you discover that the mountain has indeed moved. The difference between good and great and success and failure is to believe in yourself. Do not give up on yourself. I never gave up thinking I could not author my books or have my podcasts. What would you accomplish if you knew that all your goals would eventually be achieved? Once you fully believe in yourself, you cannot be stopped. And it is okay to start over, even late in life. I am a notable example of that. Remember, the universe never feels guilty for starting over. Neither should you. I have found that things do happen for a reason. The things you are naturally drawn to are a cosmic connection to your path, your passion, your power, and your purpose. I am speaking from personal experience. What is meant to be will always find a way. Our greatest weakness is a lack of belief in ourselves. Your degree will be your declaration of independence, your life, liberty, and your pursuit of happiness. So don't be afraid of what you've heard or imagined about nursing instructors. If you study nursing instructors, you'll never graduate. Most of what you imagine will never happen anyway, and someday you will laugh at what you worried about. You may even write poems about what you've experienced in school, but first you need to get through it. I think this is a good place to end our podcast for today. My name is Dr. Brian Smith. Stay focused, stay inspired, and stay tuned. Thank you for listening.